Hey guys, my name is Nate. I'm going to be putting out some videos for Comic Boys. Pretty much doing the same thing that my brother Johnny's doing. Just wanted to try to participate in this comic book community that's already welcomed us with open arms, and we really appreciate that. We don't really pretend to be experts or have any kind of material that nobody else has or anything rare or anything like that. We really just wanted to share our journey in the comic book collecting world, and I've come to really enjoy it in the past 6 months that I've been a part of it. And my brother Johnny's been doing it for years. He stopped for a little while, and then he started doing it again. And he was actually the one that got me interested in it. I read comics a little bit when I was younger, probably about 7 to 8. I didn't read a whole lot of comics. I think Brigade was the first series that I got into, and I didn't read a whole bunch of comics other than that, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool, and I stopped for a while, and life just kind of took over. And then my brother Johnny, he showed me Scarlet Spider and showed me what was going on with Captain America, and I know that got a lot of flack from a lot of other people, but I thought it was pretty cool. You know, he had this guy that symbolized almost everything good, just good morality and very patriotic, and then come to find out that he's working for the other side. Something about that twist I really enjoyed, and they didn't really stay on it for too long because they knew that a lot of people hated it, and that's very understandable. I don't pretend to be a hardcore fan or anything like that, but I particularly enjoyed it. But anyway, I just wanted to show off a comic that I picked up not too long ago, about a month ago. I read it. I particularly enjoyed it. It's called Sideways. It's part of DC's New Age of Heroes. They pretty much introduced this new cast of heroes, and some of them, or at least the ones I've read so far, are pretty interesting. I like Sideways in particular. I really like the art. I think the art's really nice. If you don't already know what Sideways is about, it's about this high schooler. I think his name is Derek James, and it takes place during the Dark Knight Metal series. And Derek James, he's with his mom, and I want to say they're in New York City. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. I want to say they're in New York, and a tremor happens, and Derek, he ends up falling through this rift or earthquake. And then he develops these powers. Well, he's in the hospital, but he ends up developing these powers after falling through this rift. That essentially he puts his fingers in a very specific form. I believe it's kind of like an L. But anyway, he's able to create rifts in the world, and as long as he concentrates on where he wants to go, he can go anywhere. And he starts off with, filming himself and just, having fun, developing his new power and figuring out what he can do. And then he starts to figure out that there's some consequences with opening rifts in the world. I mean, as if, he didn't already know that. Should have known that. But didn't know that. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I really like the art. There's a lot of detail to it. There's a lot of pretty color. Read the first one. Awesome. Couldn't wait for the second one. Read the second one. Second one was really good. Art was really good as well. It's very, very consistent. I really enjoyed the story so far. I just picked up a few books in the mail. This one I really liked. It's part of the Infinity storyline that was done in 2013. I particularly like this cover because it's a sketch design of Corvus Glaive. And I don't know what it is about Corvus Glaive. I think it's just because he's a mean-looking mother effer. That I really like him. I think his weapon is really cool. He's got this glaive that can cut through anything. He's going to be appearing in the new Infinity movie, which should be pretty good. I'm excited to see him in it. You've already seen him in the trailer. He's got his glaive up to Vision's head. He's already taken out the Soul Stone. I thought that was really cool. I'm excited to see what happens in that movie. That would be really cool. The other book I have is Infinity with the Free Comic Book Day. It's actually the first appearance of Corvus Glaive. I really wanted to pick this one up after I started seeing Corvus Glaive more and more on different covers. I thought he was a really cool character. Wanted to learn more about him, and I figured why not start with the first appearance of him, right? The other ones, they're not so particularly too interesting. I read Gwenpool #0, and I was like, not really sure how I'm feeling about Gwenpool so far. But I figured I'd order the next 4 or 5 issues and kind of see where it took me, and that's where I'm at right now. I've got Gwenpool #1, kind of the action figure variant. I really like these action figure variants because they look like they're straight in a package. If you hold them far enough, actually, I bet if I set it on the wall, it would look like it was an action figure hanging up. And that's why I particularly like these variants. I think they're really cool. The detail is really nice. They really do a good job on the depth. Just the 3D view of it's really cool. It really makes it look like an action figure standing up. And then it's gonna be Gwenpool #2. I wasn't going for a crazy variant or anything like that. The art's still pretty cool. I'm really more interested in the character design of Gwenpool. I haven't read too much about her, don't know too much about her, other than the fact that she's like the female version of Deadpool. I really like Deadpool's sense of humor, and the fact that he's just a badass with two sharp ass blades, and he just goes around kicking everybody's ass. But here's #3. Variant covers are kind of cartoonish looking, but I mean, like I said, I'm more interested on the story, see where that goes, see if I actually like Gwenpool. I know that they're out on like issue #30 something right now, so the series must be doing something right if it's able to continue for that long. Otherwise, why would they continue to make it? Iceman. And here is #5 of Gwenpool. This is the last one I ordered. Not wanting to invest too heavy into Gwenpool, just in case I don't like it. It's not, obviously I don't want to have 30 issues and then go into issue #2 and realize I hate this story. But kind of curious as to see where it goes, hoping that I enjoy it. But that's pretty much what I've got right now, or at least as far as ordered. I've got like not too many. I got like 500 comics in my filing cabinet that I'll probably bust down, share some of my favorites, or whether it's through storyline or through art. But that'll be for another video on another day. But anyway, just wanted to express my gratitude towards the people that have welcomed us with open arms. It's really nice to be able to be part of a community that's so gracious towards new members, and definitely want to see where everybody else is going and where everybody else is at on their journey. It's always awesome to hear about what else everybody else has and what they want. But anyway, thanks guys. Like I said, my name is Nate. I'm going to be making some videos with my brother for Comic Boys, and we'll see where our journey takes us. Thank you.